boku wa tomodachi ga sukunai. God damn, this show has a long title. This show also goes by the name Haganai. This show also goes by the name Haganai, and as the English title, I Don't Have Many Friends. Okay, I'm sorry, but titles are supposed to be... Okay, I'm sorry, but titles are supposed to be catchy. I don't get why animes have such a fetish for titles longer than my college admission essay. For titles longer than my college admission essay. Okay, I'm sorry, but titles are supposed to be catchy. Okay, I'm sorry, but titles are supposed to be catchy. I don't get why animes have such a fetish for titles longer than my college admission essay. For titles longer than my college admission essay. Watashi ga I don't speak weeaboo. Watashi ga motenai do fucking I don't speak weeaboo. Watashi ga motenai fuck I don't speak weeaboo. Watashi ga motenai I don't speak weeaboo. Watashi ga motenai fucking I don't speak weeaboo. Watashi ga motenai no guns fucking I don't speak weeaboo. So recently I learned why light novels have such long ass titles. It's because people be too damn lazy to read the back of the It's because people be too damn lazy to read the back of the book for the summary. It's because people are too damn lazy to read the back of the book for the summary. To counter that, authors make the title of their light novels the synopsis of the show. Clever marketing strategy. So what exactly does I don't have many friends even mean? So what exactly does I don't have many friends even mean? Basically, this show follows some guy named Kodaka, a dopey blonde... Basically, the show follows Kodaka, some dopey blonde delinquent kid. Basically, the show follows Kodaka, some dopey blonde delinquent kid. Basically, this show follows around some dopey blonde, quote-unquote, delinquent kid who goes to the club called the Neighbors Club, a club for people with no friends. Finally, a club meant for me! Anyways, the thing is, his premise really bothers me. You constantly see the main characters of the club hang out and bond over hentai games and shit. Listen, you know your friends if you... Listen, you know you're friends with someone if you play porn games together. Listen, you know you're friends with someone if you play porn games together. But in all seriousness, these guys constantly hang out with each other, even on the weekends. But all of them talk about how they don't have any friends. What? Also, remember, this is a harem show. So they are more than just friends, if you know what I'm laying down. Cause, all these girls want to hop in these deadhead's dick. These characters get pretty close with K-pop wannabe, but nope, These characters get pretty close with K-pop. These characters get pretty close with These characters get pretty close with K-pop idol wannabe, but nope, apparently he has no friends. These characters get pretty close with K-pop idol wannabe, but nope, apparently he has no friends. This anime doesn't seem to be that. This anime doesn't seem to be that well received because it's not even ranked in the top 1000s. So do I like it? Yes, actually. Despite all my complaints I have for the show, I not only like it, but I love it. This show made it on my top 25 favorite anime. Take School Rumble, a fairly well-received rom-com that fans... Take School Rumble, a fairly well... Fucking voice crack, dude. Take School Rumble, a fairly well-received rom-com that fans of the genre tend to love. I legitimately love that show despite the dick teasing. Nisekoi, I'm also looking at you, man. I legitimately like that show despite the dick teasing. Nisekoi, I'm also looking at you. Fucking Shonen Jump and their stupid ass. Fucking long ass rom-coms. That's a dumb idea, by the way. It's not going in script. It's not. By the way, this is my real voice. I'm a really chill guy. I only act fucking hyper in my videos. Ugh, let's go. However, with this show, it honestly seems more like a guilty pleasure. Honestly, this show was so fucking dumb and retarded at times, it was laughable. Honestly, this show was so fucking dumb and retarded at times, it was freaking laughable. From the excessive lolly fan service, the ironically funny main character so generic it's laughable, to the weird and somewhat unlikable girls in a freaking harem anime, and the laughably terrible romance, this anime is so stupid, it's freaking genius. Oh my god, the freaking paragraph for this part of the script is so fucking long. And the weird thing is, at first I almost thought the main character's stupidity was irrational. And the weird thing is, at first I almost thought the main character's stupid. And the weird thing is, at first I thought, goddamn. And the weird thing is, at first I thought. Why can't I say this fucking line? It's so stupid. Come on. Let me get some water. Fuck, I'm choking. Ugh. Bad idea, kids. And the weird thing is, at first I almost thought this anime was stupid. And the weird thing is, I almost thought this anime stupidity was it. And the weird thing is, at first I almost thought this anime stupidity was intentional, because the show was so honestly terrible that it was hilarious. However, plot twistu. However, prato twistu. However, prato twistu. This show actually tried to pass itself as a. This show actually tried to pass itself as. This show actually tried to pass off. This show actually tried to pass off itself as being fucking retarded. But it turns out it's actually a deconstruction anime. The show hides the fact that it's a deconstruction show. You see the deconstruction element of this anime be foreshadowed from the very beginning. I was naive to call this anime a guilty pleasure at first. Because the deconstruction elements totally slipped past me. Because the deconstruction elements totally slipped past me. The first 22 episodes play like a shitty rom-com. Oh my god, this is fucking running into 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to edit the shit out of this, oh my god. Ugh. I might just like fucking show this shit to Sargon. Sorry, if you're watching this on Super Mighty Pie or anything, fucking record some cancer podcasting, you piece of shit. No, I'm kidding. You go play your freaking hentai games. I won't bother you. We should watch Cowboy Bebop together, though. That'd be cool. That'd be cool, man. Cowboy Bebop! Yeah, I'm actually chill. This is my fucking real voice. Yeah. Okay. It's fucking weird. Jesus Christ, I lost my freaking place in the script. This sucks. Here. The show highlights the fact that it's a deconstruction show. Foreshadowed from the beginning, I was not here to call this a guilty pleasure, but the deconstruction elements totally slipped past me. The first 220 episodes play out like a shitty rom-com. Okay, that's where I stopped. I have to edit the script right now. Period. But foreshadow the deconstruction elements, but bam. No, I'm gonna change it to it foreshadows the deconstruction elements. And bam. Okay, there we go. Let's go. The last 3 episodes. Oh shit, wrong place. The first 22 episodes of this anime play like a shitty. The first 22 episodes of this anime play like a shitty. Oh, fuck a duck. The first 22 episodes of this anime play out like a shitty rom-com. It foreshadows the deconstruction elements at first it only foreshadows the deconstruction elements, and bam! With the last At first it only fuck a duck. At first, it only foreshadows the deconstruction elements, but bam! The last 3 episodes were freaking genius! The last 3 episodes is when the show becomes a full-on deconstruction anime. The show pretty much points out its own stupid flaws and break down... Oh fuck, why do I sound like a demon? The show pretty much points out its own stupid flaws and breaks down why the show itself is freaking stupid. The show pretty much points out its own stupid flaws and breaks down why the show itself is freaking stupid. Oh, pause. I'm done. To give you the most primary example of the show being a deconstruction anime, take the main character, Kodaka. The guy's defining personality trait is his lack of one. I'm not joking, this guy is fucking boring, bland, and stoic. He's a typical... Fuck a duck. Ugh. She just has the typical cliche oblivious nice guy that helps. He's just a typical oblivious nice guy that likes helping people. And you see that type of character in every single rom-com anime. Why can't all rom-com characters be as cool as Harima? Why can't all rom-com characters be as cool as Harima? Why can't all rom-com characters be as cool as Harima? He sees Yozora be a sadistic bitch. He sees Rika be a huge creepy-ass perv. He sees Yozora be a sadistic bitch. He sees Rika be a huge creepy perv. And he sees Lollies get freaking naked. And this guy never has a reaction. He's so apathetic, I find that almost amusing. Kind of similar to how I find you... This guy is so apathetic, I find him almost amusing. Kind of similar to how Yunaru Kami is from Persona 4 the animation. However, Prato Twistaru, the main character actually does have a personality. You see this with the last 3 episodes, and you learn he just pretends to be a generic main character. You see this with the last 3 episodes. You see this with the last 3 episodes, as you learn he just pretends to be a generic main character. It's all just an act. Faker. How the hell do I sound like Gilgamesh? Let me think. Fucking Gilgamesh, that fucking asshole. Kill an archer! Well, he didn't really do that. Faker. That's the best I can do. Faker. You know what? I might just find the freaking episode that he says that in, and I'll just put that in the clip. I'm not gonna say it myself. Fuck that shit. But I need to get some water. Because I was choking earlier, my fucking throat hurts like hell right now. God damn. Ugh. But really, the reason he acts so apathetic is because he's self-aware that he's in a harem. But really, the reason he acts so apathetic is because he's self-aware that he's in a harem. But really, the reason he acts so apathetic is because he's... Fuck. The reason I'm re-saying these lines is because I want one of them to really flow very well. So, yeah. Ugh. But really, the reason he acts so apathetic is because he's self-aware that he's in a harem. Yeah, that sounds nice. Good. Okay, cool. On to the next line. This fucking paragraph is huge. Oh my god. This whole paragraph took me, it's fucking 4 minutes in. That's so stupid. Fuck. He doesn't want to show favoritism to one girl. He doesn't want to Water. Need water. There we go. You get some Mountain Dew too. Mountain Dew is cool. He doesn't want to show favoritism towards one girl because he actually has... Okay, let's read this. He doesn't want to show favoritism towards one girl because he doesn't want to hurt any of their feelings. Okay. He doesn't want to show favoritism towards one girl because he doesn't want to hurt any of their feelings. He doesn't want to show favoritism towards one girl because he doesn't want to show... Fuck. He doesn't want to show favoritism towards one girl because he doesn't want to hurt their feelings. Okay, let's say this. Let's say this correctly. Come on. He doesn't want to show favoritism towards one girl because he doesn't want to hurt any of their feelings. He doesn't want to show favoritism towards one girl because he doesn't want to hurt any of their feelings. Fuck it, I'll say with the first one. Yeah, holy flippin' pizzas! God, fuck, I need some water. Yeah, holy flippin' pizzas! That's pretty interesting. So this guy just pretends to be a generic rom-com character when deep down, he actually has a personality. Inside that lifeless shell... Fuck, cell? It's shell, you piece of shit. Inside that lifeless shell of a generic main character, there's a personality! If that's not deconstruction slapping you across the face with a wet noodle, I don't know what is. There we go, that's nice. Now, I'll say that again, just in case I didn't say that correctly. If that's not deconstruction slapping you across the face with a wet noodle, I don't know what is. There, that sounds sexy enough. Oh, I'm so sexy, man. Ugh. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it right now. By the way, shit hurts my throat. I'm God damn. Nope, pause, you piece of shit. This isn't the only character I would consider a deconstruction character. So you think of harem anime, you expect 2 things. Number 1, chicks with huge shits. Number 1, chicks with huge titties. Number 1, chicks with huge titties. Also, and number 2, chicks with cute... Number 2, chicks with cute and likable personalities. In contrast, Yozora. In contrast, the main character Yozora, the main girl of the show, is flat as a board. In contrast, I keep calling her the main character, goddamn. She's not the main character. In contrast, Yozora, the main girl, is flat as a board. Also, she's a freaking sadistic cunt. I can't see why anyone would like this bitch. Also, she's a fucking sadistic cunt. I can't see. Also, she's a fucking sadistic cunt. I can't see what. Also, she's a fucking sadistic cunt. I can't see how anyone would call this bitch a waifu. The reason, like, I have troubles, like, reading this, like, script is because I have to, like, talk in a really energetic voice. If I just made, like, my freaking, like, scripts, like, in a really, like, apathetic voice like this one, it'd be so easy. Like, let me show you. Also, she's a fucking sadistic cunt, so I can't see how anyone would call this bitch a waifu. However, at this point, I mean, the show consists of a low... fuck, you know what? Yeah, fuck it, never mind. I was like read the thing is, like, I don't read my scripts beforehand, so I don't really know what to expect. So I was like wing it on the spot. I was like, I should like memorize my scripts a little more. Sometimes when I like read the recording, I'm just like, did I actually like fucking write this? This is terrible grammar. I have to revise my scripts and I have to memorize them. That's what I gotta do. Fuck this fucking wing shit. It's dumb and stupid. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna fucking watch this like full like video. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But who cares? I mean, don't do it for the fortune or fame. Do it for the fun. Yep. Also, she's a fucking sadistic cunt, and I can't see what anyone would call this bitch a waifu. Also, she's a freaking sadistic cunt. I can't see how anyone would call this bitch a waifu. However, that's the point. I mean, the cast consists of a loyal chick, two girls with... the cast consists of the most loyal chick ever. Two girls with a big brother fetish, a girl who wants to ride your dick, and meat. Moo. Honestly, even if Yozora was a half decent person, she couldn't compare to these other chicks. And that's what makes it so interesting. The main girl was childhood friends with the main character and created the Neighbors Club to set... The main character was childhood friends with him. The main girl was childhood friends with the main character and created the Neighbors Club just as an excuse to spend time with him. Okay. The main girl was childhood friends with the main character, but created the Neighbors Club for an excuse to spend time with him. The main girl was childhood friends with the main character and created the Neighbors Club just as an excuse to spend time with him. The main girl was childhood friends with the main character and created the Neighbors Club as an excuse to spend time with him. But as more chicks come to the club, all more appealing than she is. But as more chicks come to the club, all more appealing than she is, it really makes Yozora not even a competition for... But as more chicks come to the club, all more appealing than she is... But as more chicks come to the club, all more appealing than her, it really makes Yozora not even a competitor for best girl. Fuck, it's fucking terrible. But as more chicks come to the club, all more appealing than she is, really makes Yozora not even a competitor for best girl. Due to her sadism and pessimistic nature, in almost every way, she is the worst girl. In most shows, having the worst girl be the main girl would freaking... In most shows, having the worst girl be the main girl would suck massive giraffe dick. And we all know giraffes have massive dicks. Actually, only I know that. Anyways! And we all know giraffes have massive dicks. Actually, only I know that. Anyways! As interesting as Yozor's dilemma is, do I like it? Anyways, as interesting as Yozor's dilemma is, do I like it? God, that's stupid. No, I'm gonna keep the first Water. Yep. Fuck, I lost my place in the script. Come on, this fucking paragraph is huge. I mean, it's interesting and unique, but the problem is, the writers did such a good job of making Yozor dislikable that I fucking hate her! She's a bitch, she's a cunt, she's a bully, she's a bitch, she's a cunt, she's a bully, she's literally cancer embodies as... she's literally cancer embodies as an anime girl. She's literally cancer embodies as an anime girl. She's a bitch, she's a cunt, she's a bully, she's literally cancer embodied as an anime girl. Thing is, she's so dislikable, I can't even sympathize with her. Good. My little pony, my little pony. That's not part of the fucking script. God, how many fucking paragraphs do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 more fucking paragraphs. God damn. I have to get through this shit quickly now. In the 25 episodes we've seen her, we haven't seen her show... In the 25 episodes we've watched, we never see her show any likable or sympathetic traits. Her character concept is great, but her character concept is done great, but the execution is done Her character concept is great, but the execution is done poorly. At least give her some sympathizing backstory, or give her a sympathizing backstory, or give her, character development. She's a bitch from episode 1 to episode 25, and isn't willing to change. Like, maybe if we saw her willingness to change, maybe we saw her have the willingness to change. And try to be more. Maybe if we saw her have the willingness to change and try to be a nice person, I'd be like, oh, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her, and I want to root for her to be a better person. So maybe we could see her work her way up to being the best girl. But no, she's a meanie weenie throughout the entire show. Honestly, these aren't the only two characters in this anime that are interesting and unique. You got Senna, who basically is what created the Kamei archetype. Senna, in my opinion, is the best girl, as you As you see, she's a happy-go-lucky girl. She's pretty chill, and she likes hentai games. And also, titties! Also, she also has a whole god complex, as in she's arrogant as fuck. She also has a whole god complex, as in she's arrogant as fuck. She also has a whole god complex, as in she's arrogant as fuck. But to be honest, when you're about as perfect in every way that she is, her arrogance might be justified. I mean, being rich, being at the top of all her classes, being overly attractive, and on top of all that, having a likable being overly attractive and on top of that, having a likable personality. Everything about her screams best girl. And what makes me hate Yozora even more is you constantly see her bullies. And what makes me hate Yozora even more. What makes me hate Yozora even more is you constantly see her bully Senna throughout the entire show. All dudes were being a jealous ass bitch. And that's the biggest reason why I fucking hate Yozora. While some of the Yozora bullying Senna moments were funny, all of them made me want to kill Yozora. How can I sympathize with someone as cruel as her? How can I sympathize with someone as cruel as Senna? How can I sympathize with someone as cruel as Yozora is? I might sympathize with Flowey before I sympathize with Yozora. I might sympathize with Flowey before I sympathize with Yozora. I might sympathize with Flowey before I sympathize with Yozora. I might sympathize with Flowey before I sympathize with Yozora. Next off, you got Rika. Not much to say about her other than she really likes sex. Fucking clock. I'm not joking. This is the joke her whole. I'm not joking. This is the joke her whole character is based off of, and it's hilarious. Unfortunately, she looks kind of creepy when she has those glasses. But unfortunately, she looks kind of creepy. But when she takes those glasses off, damn girl, damn girl. Honestly, despite the show being a rom-com, it doesn't have good romance. Because I don't really care for the main character, so I don't care for his romance. However, in the last 3 episodes, Rika was the one that pointed out that Kotaka is a faker. Rika has the desire to learn who Kotaka really is deep down. Her relationship and romance is by far more interesting with Kotaka than the main 2 girls is. Fuck. You know what, fuck, I'll keep that in. Fuck grammar. As she really brings the best out of her main guy. As she really brings out the best out of her main boring character. As she really brings out the mess. As she really brings out the best out of her main boring guy. I easily ship these two. Unfortunately, she's not one of the 2 main girls of the show, so I highly doubt they'll end up together. Next off, you got 2 lollies, and one of them is the main character's little sister. First off, the legal age in Japan is 13, and she's 11, so even by Japan standards, this is creepy. Not to mention the whole incest thing. Yeah, I don't need to get into that. Next off, you got the nun girl. Take Index from a certain magical index and imagine her being a 10-year-old. Take Index from a certain magical index and imagine Take index from a certain magical index and imagine her being 10 years old, and kabam! You got what is the worst girl. I might have said that Yozora is the worst girl, but I'm not including the lollies into the mix because I don't really want to picture Kodaka as an incestuous pedophile. Nun girl is an obnoxious spoiled little brat. Nun girl is an obnoxious spoiled little brat. Nun girl is an obnoxious spoiled little brat. And it's kind of creepy to think that this kid is part of the. It's kind of creepy to think that this kid is part of the harem. What creeps me even more is that there's fan service of these characters. Why? They aren't even in high school yet. And one of them isn't even in middle school. Then you got some trans guy. He's biologically a female, but in spite of that, he wants to be a super manly man. The whole trans thing was played out for laughs and created a lot of amazing cringe humor. We don't even learn that he has a vagina until season 2. When Kodaka found out that he wasn't a dude, I died of laughter, man. Also, does anyone else think that he looks like Makoto Misaka? Honestly, overall, I would say the biggest strength of this show is his character interactions. All the characters have a unique personality. Seeing these characters interact with one another was hilarious. I found a lot of Yozora's sadism to be funny, but also painful at times. Then you got all the trans jokes that came out with the trans dude who looks like Makoto Misaka. And Rika has a bunch of freaking weird Gundam sexy. And then you got Rika, who has a bunch of weird Gundam sex innuendos. The comedy in the show is amazing mostly due to the amazing chemistry that the cast has. The comedy in the show is amazing due to the chemistry because all the characters play off each other really well. The characters have really amazing chemistry in the show. A lot of people say the show needs a season 3, and I agree. The last 3 episodes were so intriguing and so interesting that we learned that this show was actually a deconstruction anime. The show foreshadows the fact that it's a deconstruction really well. But now we finally get to see the deconstruction in full force. So everyone should contact AIC Studio to make a season 3. Also, what's it with animes never getting a season 3? You got Certain Magical Index, Baka and Test, School Rumble, Certain Scientific Railgun, and Haruhi! Seriously, why can't we get season 3s? Overall, despite this anime being both really fucking stupid and oddly intellectual at the end, I give this show a 7 out of 10. To anyone who's a fan of the rom-com genre, I would highly recommend this anime as it might be a different watch. To anyone who's a fan of the rom-com genre, I would highly recommend the show as it might be a different watch. As it deconstructs popular trends in this show. As it deconstructs popular trends in the very cliched rom-com genre. This has been your host, Mighty Pie. Subscribe for more sexy reviews. And as always, good night, goodbye, and big balls.